charity should be one of the worships that we are doing. Why not donate to One Ummah? They have 100% donation policy and they are helping 15 countries that have been poverty stricken. Link in the description below.
That's the gender.
I mean,
Hindus and Buddhists and Taoists, they never fight. They don't care what.
The Hindus don't care. I mean, what about the Mahabharata? That book is about a war
Yeah, but it's
of
not
Arjuna.
religious war. It's not religious. They're not trying
But
to.
God is involved in that war. He's encouraging.
Well, God's involved.
No, let me give you an example.
I've never read that.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. That's why.
You're from Pakistan, yeah?
Yeah. So in the Mahabharata, God, an avatar of Vishnu, comes down, and he actually encourages the main hero, I think Arjuna.
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita, to fight. He actually doesn't want to because his family's on the other side, and he says no. The good must prevail. So when the central text of Hinduism is what is about a war, and the other one, Ramayana, that one's about a war as well. It's about Ram fighting with Ravana, the one who's depicted with having 10 heads. So, and even
But these are all.
no, but they believed it to be true. That's why there's a whole book. It's not metaphorical. I mean, why have a book about metaphor? And even now, sorry to interrupt, but even now, when you look at the BJP government in India, the leader Modi, one of his points was about Ram and the coming of Ram, and they believe that Ram will come again as another avatar to bring peace. And if you're looking now at what these Hindutva are doing, they are killing and they are maiming people, vigilante, beef, whatever it is, in the name of their religion. The 969 in Myanmar, the Buddhists, they did exactly the same thing.
The Buddhists.
Yeah, the Buddhists.
But the thing is, look what the Muslims did when they went to
No, but
India.
no. Look,
I mean, Nalanda University Library, the biggest in the Middle Ages, the biggest university library in the world, it took them 8 days to burn it down. And not this Buddhist Hindu university in North India, Nalanda. They said the Quran's not here, it's worthless.
no, they didn't say the Quran's not here, Kenneth.
I mean,
Kenneth, look.
knowledge should be preserved.
It should be preserved. It should be
Remember,
respected, of course. But we can't equate wars, books written on wars, with somebody burning down a library, Kenneth.
Well,
Yeah.
what the Muslims did in India is like what the Christians did in South America, to the Aztecs. And
It depends which Muslim ruler you're talking about. If you're talking about Aurangzeb,
good,
yeah.
you get
Yeah.
good ones and bad
But
ones.
look, I'm going to tell you something, Kenneth. If I was to stand here to defend Muslims, I would lose. I would lose.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you were to defend Hindus and Buddhists, the Eastern religions, you would lose, like I've given you examples.
The only thing is that they didn't have, in the past, they didn't have, like
Yeah.
in Europe, the 30 Years' War, the Crusades, and, stuff like that.
I mean, even if we get into that Oppenheimer, the movie that everyone's raving about,
Just seen it.
you know what I mean?
Well, look, the Jewish bomb, if you like.
So I mean,
Well, they were all mostly Jewish scientists working on it.
yeah. So when it comes to that, we know that anyone following any religion will say, you know what? There's good people and there's bad people. People that understand that
The
don't.
nature of human beings.
Exactly. That's the point that I wanted to get across. So with me, Kenneth, I can't defend Muslims, and I'm sure you can't defend Eastern religions. Somebody else can't defend Christians. But what I am here to defend is Islam, is the doctrine of Islam, and that's my point. That's what I'm kind of promoting to you. For example, the 969 of the Buddhists. The Buddhists will not claim that the actions
What of the Buddhists?
969.
What's the nice?
That's my point. I mean, ISIS gets promoted by the media. 969, people don't know about the 969. 969 is an extremist Buddhist.
You get all religions.
There you go,
extremists,
Kenneth.
if
There you
like.
go. But the 969 people haven't even heard about them. The Kahanists, of Israel. Have you heard about them?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Meir Kahan.
Have you heard about them?
Me-
he doesn't.
Meir Kahan, yeah. He's
Yeah. Well, you're, somebody of wise. You remind me of a saying of my teacher. Right. Sometimes I get white hairs, and he says, "Look, these white hairs didn't turn white in the sun. They turned white because of wisdom and
Age,
experience.
age,
yeah,
yeah.
experience. So I mean, I can see,
I'm
experience.
77 years old, so
An amount of experience. That's why.
you know,
That's why we're having, Kenneth, an honest discussion. That look, when a point gets put forward, you're saying, you know what, and you've accepted. There's zealots in each
Yeah,
religion.
yeah. No, I
and
accept
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. So it's the same. Unfortunately, I'm sure you'll accept that when it comes to the propaganda machine and the click rates, the Muslim extremists, like Georgia State University said, Muslims get 4.5 times more exposure, the Muslim terrorists, than say somebody else. But since 9/11, 73% of the attacks have been done by far right. So the numbers, like
it
Jay-Z
was
said,
Israel that did 9/11 anyway, I think. More than likely.